An anonymous user on Tumblr asked, what are your thoughts on GG Allin? Before I get into my answer, I just want to let you know that I'm going to do an entire music school segment dedicated to GG Allin coming up on November 27th. So if you don't know the man already or just want to learn more about him, be sure to check that out next month. But to my answer, there's no question that GG Allin is certainly one of the most unique individuals ever to walk the earth. And I think he really falls into that group of people that you need to look past their persona to understand the person. I mean, we are talking about the man who said that he wanted to make rock and roll dangerous again, and to some extent, he certainly succeeded. While there's a large part of his recorded catalog that content-wise I don't really agree with, you can't deny that he really pushed the envelope in terms of his lyrical content as well as his legendary stage antics. And you have to take your hat off to the man for refusing to ever compromise his art. So from a purely artistic point of view, I'm a huge fan as he was completely committed to his vision. But in terms of his actual belief, his stage antics, and a lot of parts of his persona, to tell you the truth, I could really do without it. But in the end, GG Allin was absolutely one of a kind, and you can't deny his rather disturbing brand of genius. My second question today came via email and it asked, what are your thoughts on politicians using songs during their rallies? First off, let me say that I'm going to restrict this to political campaigns only here in the United States, as I really don't have enough knowledge and understanding of those in other parts of the world to speak with any authority. The fact of the matter is, every 4 years, the presidential hopefuls try and find the perfect song to really sum up their campaign. And in almost every case, nobody even bothers to ask the musician in question because when it comes down to it, they don't really have to. You see, when you hear about bands or musicians forcing or ordering politicians to stop playing their song, it's really just posturing, as there's not really a legal ground for them to stand on. Unless the musician is going to try and go after that whole playing the music in public without being compensated, but to tell you the truth, that's a very gray area and it's probably not worth the hassle. Honestly though, it makes sense for politicians to try to do this, as the right song can really get a crowd excited, and music has an ability to transcend other cultural boundaries. At the same time though, we've seen a number of instances throughout history where a politician doesn't actually understand the true meaning of the song he's using. And this was most notably done in the 1984 Republican campaign when Ronald Reagan used Born in the USA from Bruce Springsteen. This song, as I've said many times before, is not really a pro-America song. It's actually about the way that Vietnam veterans were treated when they came back home after the war. So long story short, this is gonna happen for the foreseeable future. And fans need to understand that just because a certain political party uses a musician's song doesn't mean the musician in question actually agrees with them. The final question for today also comes from an anonymous user on Tumblr, and they asked, is it true that the sound of a record sounds better on vinyl? Nope, this is a total myth, and I did an entire video dedicated completely to that falsehood. I've linked that video for you right here, as well as down in the show notes, so you can check it out right now and get my complete answer. So those are my questions for today. If you've got a question, you can email them to me at thedailyguru@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.